Life is a journey, and sometimes that journey takes us down roads that we just didn't expect to be on. There can be lots of twists and turns. Oftentimes, families that have a child or an adult with a disability may feel that way. I know we did when we had our son Nathaniel, who was born into our lives with multiple disabilities. For 4.5 years, we had the joy and blessing and challenge of raising him. At the age of 4.5, he unexpectedly had a change of address and moved to heaven, and there was a roadblock right before us. But at that point, we knew that we were part of a community that we didn't want to leave. And so we started Nathaniel's Hope, where we've been serving families impacted by disability for over 2 decades. And as we've watched families with children have grown into adults, we see them facing another question: what will happen when I'm no longer here to take care of my loved one? So we're here today to talk about a solution to help this community and to join them on their journey. And our solution is to build a community called HOPETOWN.
It's a community where our residents would live, work, and play. Residents that have varying abilities, where they could go to work at the agricultural center, at the work center, at the animal experience. We're going to have a recreation center. We're going to have a town center with breakfast, lunch, dinner. And we hope that those places of employment will provide work for the people that live here, but also would provide for some of the people in the Central Florida community.
I see the ability for the public to come into a space, and maybe they come in here and they drop off their car at the car wash and detailing area where there's young adults with disabilities taking care of their car, and then they go over to the coffee shop where they're going to get a cup of coffee and they're going to be served by young adults or older adults with disabilities.
Whenever I come out here, I see a piece of property that God has clearly given the ministry. It's so obvious that His hand is on it. And I've said many, many times over, this project has such virtue that it has to succeed.
When I first heard about it, I thought, yes, this is so cool. I mean, this is much bigger than what anybody can do by themselves. But I can tell you that we serve a God that's about the impossible.
This is going to be an incredible place. We want this place to be the friendliest place on earth.
I see home for my son. I see a place where he's going to be respected, he's going to have the right level of care, he's going to have a social element both with his peers and other people that are passionate about making sure that he has the quality of life that we want for our son and a lot of the other families want for their children.
On this journey, one of the blessings has been we have a tremendous amount of people with a lot of time, talent, and treasure that have pulled alongside of us. We've got an incredible advisory team that are professionals that have traveled a road like this before, which is extremely helpful.
You know, when you have a big project, you need visionaries to lead the big project. And then you need a team of people that know the tactical components of it. I think this team has both. You know, Tim and Marie are visionaries, they're can-do people, they've got a history of making that happen. And I was invited to be part of the advisory committee, and in the first meeting you go to, you could see the talent that's in that room, the commitment of that group. And you can see that everybody realizes that this is a special project.
I've been fortunate to be involved from the beginning, working with Tim and everyone on the acquisition of the property, the acquisition of the adjacent property, and have seen the vision and can see the vision. And I think the opportunity and the goal here is very achievable.
For us, it became a family matter when we looked around and said, my goodness, we're so blessed to be able to make an impact, a positive impact in other families was just we were all in.
As an architect and a father, I am concerned about my daughter's future and what will happen. I would really love to be a part of some vision to do something proactive to figure out how we can do this for not just our daughter, but for other people.
As in any journey, in life or in work, sometimes things are more difficult than others. And in the case of HOPETOWN, it has not been a 4-lane highway. Most of the time, it's bumpy, unpaved, and difficult. We are learning to travel on that road and making progress. Thankful for those that support us, who know the process and understand how to traverse the obstacles.
This is a complicated project, no question, but we have the base of a good, strong development team and a team that can work through the process. We need more help, but this is a very achievable project.
It's very difficult. It's taking a lot longer than everybody expected, but the result is going to be enormous.
And one of the things that we see as special about HOPETOWN is it's going to allow our son to really prosper with the care and support that allows him to reach his potentials. You know, our son has his own special talents, as do all the other adults and children with special needs. And having an environment that will allow and conserve their individual needs versus a vanilla program that just sustains their time here on earth, boy, we see that as a game changer for us.
Vision of becoming a champion for this project at any political level, whether it's local, regional, state, it's going to make a difference in their service to the community.
We need this. Our families need this, our kids need this, and we want to be part of it. So please support it, jump on board, let's all do this together.
As you can see, we're well on our way. We know we have a few more miles to go, but with God's help and your involvement with time, talents, and treasures, we're going to reach our destination. Will you join us on the road to HOPETOWN?